Boom shakalaka, everybody. What is up? Randall here from Crypto Love, and we have a live stream because the price of Bitcoin is crashing. The sky is falling. It's happening. But on the bright side, Bitcoin's cheaper than it's been for, quite a while. So if you're looking for cheap Bitcoin prices, now is the time. So, just want to say, what's up, guys? It's been a while since I've live streamed, like a week and a half, something like that. But I woke up this morning, I saw this stuff happening, and just wanted to bring it to you to say what's up and to say, where is it going? What's up, everybody? I see you guys. It's been a long time. I love live streaming. Got to do this more often. Travel less, live stream more. I think that's the key. And yeah, that way we get to bring you this fun stuff. What's up, John, Amar, Rodney, Crypto Chrissy, a lady. Hello, Crypto Chrissy. And Borak Stanman, howdy from South Africa. They say strong support at $238. I know that if Bitcoin ever gets down to $238, I will put a lot of money into it. Guys, yes, live stream. Oh, good. Robert Scully loves off-the-cuff live streams. That's good. There's no planning. No planning. Just doing whatever. But guys, look at this. Oh my goodness. The red lines. Falling. Bitcoin price is falling. Is that bad news? No. I mean, it might be if you bought in up here. It would probably suck if you bought in up here because you're just like, oh, could it go any lower? But on the positive side, as investors, we want to buy low, sell high. So the lower the price goes, the better a time is to buy it. And for those of you guys who dollar cost average, historically, Fridays are the cheapest day to buy Bitcoin. Friday, okay? Bitcoin price came down just to be historical, to let us know that it's a good day to buy Bitcoin if you have fiat. If not, whatever. But yeah, everything. Everything. Radamson, I agree with you. Everything is so cheap. Look at this. It's all in the red. It's a fire sale. Look at that. Whew. Crazy stuff. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's like, I guess the maximum is like 15% down, 16% down for some. Ooh, 20% for Ethos. But guys, everything is on sale today. If you have fiat, not a financial advisor, not telling you what to do with your money. I would never do that. But if you have fiat, today is the day to get into crypto. Today. Yeah. But look at this. If you guys don't use that thing, then you can see how things are doing with Bitcoin. But, all right. So what is up? Guys, I think that today is the day. Today is the day. Yo! Third Pond, hello from Thailand. Hopefully I'll be living there sometime soon. I hope so. Just got to find a place for a dog and then move to Thailand. That's the plan. So, check this out. So anyways, Bitcoin. Okay, basically, what Bitcoin does is it finds resistance at some place. And we'll take a look at this stuff. So right now, I mean, generally, Bitcoin finds resistance at the very lowest at this 200-day moving average. All right, we saw when it came down from 20,000 to like 6,500, it broke through there for a day or something, and then came back up. And it's been fluctuating between the 100-day and 200-day moving averages, and then boom again, testing the 200-day moving average. Just testing it. Could it fall through? Yes, it could, but maybe it'll find support there. Who knows? We'll see what happens over the weekend. It should be pretty interesting. But where are some possible places it might find support? Good question, you ask. Well, here's one. Okay, they say, and by they, I mean technical analysts and also Nicholas Merton, say that previous resistance is future support. So if we take a look, previous resistance, let's see. We'll just draw a trend line. Boom, right here. Previous resistance, future support. So we saw some resistance there. Could find support there at the $8,400 mark. Or maybe down here. Try right there. So I think, if it breaks through that 8,400 mark, then it could be coming down to about is that really, wow, 7,500. If it breaks through there, then 6,000. But we'll kind of see. Because also, we have a couple other trend lines emerging. So, there is, it's tough to see this because I got the lights in my eyes. And, but there's one. Here's two. And, maybe we'll have a breakout, either up or down. If it goes up, everyone will be celebrating because we'll all be making a lot more money. If it goes down, I know I'll be celebrating because it'll be a great time to buy more Bitcoin. But yeah, how about that thing with the Mt. Gox guy selling his Bitcoin and that causing the whole crash, right? I mean, Mt. Gox crashes Bitcoin twice in a row. What are the chances? What are the chances? So, I think all in all, guys, I'm sure if you know I'm very optimistic about Bitcoin in the long term. Okay, pretty much everyone in cryptocurrency that I've spoken to is very optimistic about Bitcoin in the long term. For instance, Tone Vase, very optimistic long term. Peter Saddington from Bite Size Bitcoin, now Decentralized TV, very optimistic long term. Everybody, and so am I. Okay, I think it's going to do very well John McAfee, either going to be $1 million or he's just going to suck his own dick. So yeah, everybody, very optimistic long term. In the short term, whatever happens, happens. That's why I love dollar cost averaging Bitcoin, because you just buy it and then, in 3 years, you'll just accumulate all that stuff. So, and anyways, you know what? Yeah, Cliff High Note is what he's talking about. Here's this lower graphic. Yeah, so this lower graphic is the MACD. So this is the 12-day and the 26-day moving averages. It kind of gives you an idea of what's going to happen with Bitcoin, whether the price is going to go up or whether the price is going to go down. So we look at this blue line, which is the 12-day moving average, and the orange line, which is the 26-day moving average. And these red lines, that's the histogram, which shows the distance between the two. So when the distance between the two is the greatest, it's a big red line. When the distance between the two is the smallest, it's a small red bar. Okay, so and then they're above this line when it's a bear cross, or when it's a bull cross, and they're below the line when it's a bear cross. So basically, how I use the MACD is by telling me what Bitcoin is going to do. And you say, what do you mean? Well, basically, when this 12-day crosses over the 26-day, that's a bear cross. So when the blue goes below the orange, that's a bear cross, which tells me it's going to be a bear market. If we take a look up, boom, okay, we have a bear market. And so we follow that down. And then after a long time of following that down, okay, after a long period of a bear market, when we see the blue line come across the orange line, like it does here, that's a bull cross. So like we see there, little bull market. Okay, now we have a bit of a cross again. So that's what I use. Yep. So, cool. What other stuff? Oh yeah. So guys, I mean, here's one thing that I've been doing is just going through here and looking at all the freaking sales. So I just like to go through CoinMarketCap and just click on things and see how they're doing. Like for instance, okay, NEO, it was like $150 the other day, but let's look at the Bitcoin comparative because generally you have to buy it with Bitcoin. So it was at 1.4 million Satoshis, now it's down to 980,000 Satoshis. So price coming down, but not a 50% pullback. I like to find stuff with at least a 50% pullback. Taking a look at some of them, all right, look at the pullback from Cardano. I mean, very exuberant run up. Okay, it was at 8,000 Satoshis. Now it's down to 2,300 Satoshis. So the price, wow, coming way down. I would think that the next time that we do have an altcoin bubble, Cardano prices are probably going to go back up. Probably in for some recovery. Also taking a look at another one. How about Dash? Dash has dropped quite a bit recently from super highs. This was like when Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash were having their fallout. All right, we got a 50% pullback on that. Definitely 5 million from 10 million Satoshis. But there's a whole bunch of other good ones. All of them are coming down. Like Icon. Oof, man, look at this. 90,000 down to 27,000 Satoshis. Ooh, maybe that's a deal. Maybe deal. Yeah, Lisk. Lisk has definitely seen a pullback. I mean, whew, my goodness. We'll just remove that first portion. There we go. 330,000 Satoshis, now down to, 165,000 Satoshis. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines with Lisk thinking about getting in, could be a good time. But in general, guys, I mean, at least my opinion towards how the markets move, first thing to move is going to be Bitcoin. Okay? This is just what I see. This could be wrong. I'm no expert by any means. But generally, Bitcoin tends to move first, and then once Bitcoin moves up and starts to slow, that's when all the altcoins start popping up. Okay? So, at least what I'm doing, I'm holding at least 50% of my portfolio in Bitcoin right now. And then I'll just ride that wave up, because you got to remember, guys, like, Bitcoin has the name brand. Okay? Everybody knows Bitcoin. Most people don't know other cryptocurrencies. Like, I was talking with my friend last night, and he was like, I was telling him that I make YouTube videos about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and he's like, there's ones other than Bitcoin? And I was like, yeah, there's like 1,500 and like 10 new ones every day. But yeah, most people don't know there's other cryptocurrencies. They know there's Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has the name brand, it has the notoriety, it has adoption. So there's a lot of businesses talking about accepting Bitcoin. And then with second layer solutions like the Lightning Network, it's going to be super fast, very inexpensive, and you're going to be able to do all that stuff. So once that happens, price will shoot back off again. I mean, the price came down a lot right now because the guy from Mt. Gox sold millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin. So obviously we have a lot more supply than the demand at the moment, and simple economics, price comes down. But eventually it'll come back up. And, I mean, maybe towards like May, we might see big price increases, maybe. But who knows? Let's see. I sold my Zcoin because I've just because my overall trading investing strategy is to hold. Like, I very strongly believe in Bitcoin. All right, and I do like a lot of other projects, but generally they don't do well by hodling them. Okay, most altcoins don't do well by hodling them. And I'll show you what I mean. I always reference this graph. There's a Cointelegraph maximizing altcoin trading strategies. So search that on Google. Cointelegraph maximizing altcoin strategies. There's this article here that I always reference, and this changed the way that I trade forever. Because when I first got into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, my goal was I was like, I'm just going to own all of the top 20 cryptos and just hodl them for long term. Okay? Just going to hodl them. So I did that and went through like an altcoin bubble and saw, great gains, but then I just hodled them and I saw great losses come out of that. So I realized that wasn't an ideal strategy, at least for me, and everyone's strategy is going to be different. But then I saw this article, particularly with this picture, and I think, if you click here where it says graph below, it'll actually take you to another article which has the full article, which is a cool one to read. But it shows you here, this is Bitcoin and altcoins in days since launch on a logarithmic scale. Now, so logarithmic scale means it's 1, 10, 100,000, exponential scale, okay? As you can see, this red one here is Bitcoin. All the other ones are altcoins, and if you see, they're all trending downwards. So what I got from this is that, in general, most altcoins trend downwards. Some of them do pretty well. I mean, especially in dollar valuation. Like, for instance, if you get into ICOs, buy something for pennies and then it goes up to dollars, yeah, in dollar valuation, it goes up great. But in Bitcoin comparative, how does it do? And that's the important thing, because why bother putting your money into another altcoin if you could make just as much money, if not more, by investing in Bitcoin? So, Bitcoin price going up all the time, altcoin prices coming down. So my personal strategy, I like to hold most of my profits in Bitcoin, and then with altcoins, I'll buy them, and if the price goes up, I'll sell off back into Bitcoin. If the price goes down, I have a stop loss set that I set as soon as I buy it. So if the price goes down, I automatically get back into Bitcoin. So most of my profits I like to hold in Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin in the end is going to be one of the biggest ones. There are some other big ones, but I think that's so my strategy overall. That's why I sold Zcoin, because I just put a lot of those profits back into Bitcoin. That's okay. So like if you started right now, the market cap is pretty much the lowest it's been in a long time. So if we take a look at this, the overall market cap, like if you started with 7,000, you were up to 35,000, and now you're back to 7,000. Well, take a look. Like where the market cap is right now is the same spot it was back in February, and also the same spot it was in December. So if you started in December, before December, it's normal for the price to go up and then also to come down. The markets move in cycles, so they go up, up and down, and up and down. So the price is most likely going to go up again. I can't guarantee this, but from being in crypto for a while, it's just you see the price go up and you see the price come down, and you see these two little blips here. All right, you can barely see them. Like there's one here in September, there's one here in May, June. Okay, those what look like little blips right there, those actually looked like this when they happened. Okay, it's just like the what is that? By being close to something, I don't know, but it looks a lot bigger when it's closer, because the next one is going to be even bigger than this, and the next one's going to be even bigger than that, and then this will look like a little blip, or it's all just a bubble and it's all going to hell. But I don't think that's happening. And actually, so check this out. I'll share this with you. So my friend who I was talking with, he was telling me about how he read this book about the history of money, all money overall, and the money that ended up lasting, like the monies that did well, that became money, were the ones that governments accepted in taxes, which is crazy, but obviously understood, because the government need to put their hand in your pocket. Goes against the whole libertarian movement of Bitcoin, but it makes me think, because we're starting to see Bitcoin accepted in taxes. Like I think it was Wyoming that started to accept state taxes. Oh no, they're exempting. Well, there were some states that were thinking about accepting Bitcoin in taxes. And if that happens, here we go. See this right here? This could mean that we could in the future have worldwide adoption of Bitcoin, with it being as significant a form of currency as the US dollar. Because it's going to be allowed to have taxes paid for it in Arizona. If that gets passed in a lot more states, and then federally, if you can pay your taxes in Bitcoin, that means it is a valid currency, as valid as the US dollar, which then I think will lead to adoption, more people using it, and a lot more money for us. Yeah, that's fine if you sell your altcoins into Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. I mean, whichever. I usually use Ethereum to buy an altcoin when I find one. Like I'll purchase some Ethereum and then buy the altcoin when I want to. Yeah. Oh, the market's going up again. Look at that. Boom. Oh yeah, we could look. See, these are the daily candles. We could take a look at like the hour candles. Look at that. Price is going back up. It found a floor at 84.74. But we'll see if that lasts. Who knows? It could do whatever. And then, any other questions from you guys? I just wanted to talk about this because, hey, I don't mind. I mean, maybe the price could be going up because, maybe I just gave confidence to those people who thought the sky was falling and they're like, it's all going to hell. And then they watch this and they're like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a good time to buy. But maybe not. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Oh, Z Classic. I heard that like Bitcoin Private was selling for $800 or something. Oh, I am so not surprised by this. Guys, okay, this is not surprising at all. Okay, Z Classic was at $2 forever. Now, let me put on yeah. It was at $2 forever. Okay, then there was talk about Bitcoin Private. Is that on here? No. Oh no. $70. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, where was that thing? Okay, so Z Classic $2 forever. There was talk about Bitcoin Private. You get Z Classic, you get rewarded in your Bitcoin Private. So, for those people who bought a bunch of Z Classic at $2, awesome, worked out well for them because now their Bitcoin Private is $65. Okay, like it says here. However, those people who bought it up here, $200, maybe didn't work out so well. Maybe. But I did see something that it was selling for like $800 on some exchange. Maybe that was just like a clickbait thing. Who knows? Check out this other thing that I found, coin360.io. It shows you like what's up and what's down and then the amount of the market that they control. This is a pretty cool graph. See, Bitcoin still has a big part of the market. But then there's Bcash, Ethereum, Ripple, Neo. I don't know, guys. I am stoked about these Neo prices, to be honest, because I like Neo. I think it's going to do well in the long term. I'm stoked about those prices. Also, I like all of the platforms. I think that this is just my personal opinion, but I think it's the platforms that are going to be the things that survive out of this whole like cryptocurrency phase. The blockchains that other things can be built on, that's what's going to survive. So we have the things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, Stellar, Cardano, EOS, possibly IOTA if they get their act together, Lisk, Qtum. All right, so we have all of those. Nano. I think that those are going to be the ones that survive out of all of these. So when the prices come down, it's like wonderful because that's an even better time to get into them, better time to get involved in them. Neo or Dragon Chain right now? Those are I like them both. Let's see. If I were to say between Neo and Dragon Chain, well, Neo's down like we'll say like a quarter. What's Dragon Chain down? Down quite a bit more. Dragon Chain has had quite a big pullback. So, yeah. I don't know. Do some research. Find out what Dragon Chain is working on right now. Like, see what they have in the works. Because I know I was just at Neo DevCon, and so they have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. There was a lot of FUD recently, but overall, they've got a lot working on. They're doing that. I know Dragon Chain has the incubator, but I haven't heard about what projects they have coming out of it recently. BioCrypt. Yeah. So for whoever asked about Neo versus Dragon Chain, look at the projects coming out of Dragon Chain. Take a look at these because I haven't done this recently. I haven't looked into the Dragon Chain recently. But yeah, take a look at these and see if these are good projects. See if they have good teams and if they could be doing very well. And then if you think they will, then yeah, Dragon Chain has had a bigger pullback than Neo and could be doing quite a bit better. Yeah. Whatever happened to Nebulous? Yeah, Nebulous price has come down a bit back to what it was. I think it's still early on in development of the project. Like we haven't seen any giant spikes up with the project. We saw a bit of price action and then the price coming back down, but it's still early in the project. Really? Okay, so here's another little insight. Okay, so most of the drivers, I think we all know this, most of the drivers for cryptocurrencies is just about hype, marketing, speculation, stuff like that. There are very few projects that actually have like working platforms that are actually making money, that anything. So most of it is just a lot of speculation right now. When there's a lot of enthusiasm, new people getting into the market, they want all the cheapest cryptocurrencies because they just look at the price. They don't look at the market cap. They just look at the price. And so the first ones they're going to be buying are the ones with the least expensive price. So Ripple, Stellar, Cardano, NIM, Tron, and Bitcoin, Verge, Status. And we saw this last time because these are the ones that people could own the most of. So like everyone wants to get into cryptocurrency to make millions of dollars. And how are they going to do that? By buying a token that they could buy 1 million of, and then if every token goes up to $1, then they'll have $1 million. But the reality of something like that happening with, let's say, Dogecoin, all right, it would need to go up 200 times in order for, something like that, 200 times for Dogecoin to be $1. So the market cap of that going up 200 times would be like 45 billion, 90 billion. That would put that in like Ethereum range, above Ethereum range, almost Bitcoin range. So I think that's something that most new people don't really get into. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny how like the sentiment towards certain coins goes up and down completely dependent upon where the price is. Like for instance, okay, weeks ago or months ago, I don't remember how long it was. This was January. So like 2 months ago. Every comment everywhere was like, Tron is awesome. This is the best thing ever. It's going to be insane. Tron to $2, or I don't know, to $20. I don't even remember what was it at. It was at like Tron to $2, all this stuff. And now that the price is down, everyone's like, Tron is shit, terrible. Justin's son doesn't know. Tron, bad. But yeah, so this graph right here, I experienced this with the first altcoin bubble that I went through back in May of last year, and this is what taught me to set stop losses, okay? Because here's the thing. I owned like all of the top 20 cryptos. And when the price went up like that, I was like, yes, I am the best trader on the planet. Blah! That's what I was like. And then, as with all altcoin bubbles, the price comes down. The bubble pops, okay? Price comes down. All of a sudden, I'm like, Tron is shit. And so basically, that's why you set stop losses. And the cool thing with stop losses is you can update them. Okay? So you set a stop loss, And what a stop loss is just, it's an automatic way out of your trade. So if you buy Tron, I'll just take a look at this one here. So if you buy Tron at 75,000 Satoshi, or no, excuse me, that's at 538 Satoshis. If you buy it there, you set a stop loss for 10% below, which is like 50 below, which would be like 480 Satoshis. Okay, you set a stop loss there. So if the price goes down, you get out and you get back into Bitcoin. If the price goes up, you can do whatever. Now, if you never update the stop loss, it would wait until it comes back down to that 400 some Satoshis, which would have happened there, and then you wouldn't make any. But if you update your stop losses, and you can do this daily, weekly, maybe monthly, but I would recommend more often than that, but you update it and you just keep updating it. So then when Tron is at 1,000 or 100 Satoshis, you would update your stop loss to 900 Satoshis, again 10% below. And then when it's at 1,500 Satoshis, you put it at 1,350 Satoshis. Okay, so every time you're just following by 10%, eventually the price is going to come down, and when it does, boom, you're out of that and you sell at a profit. Okay, so you're getting the 1,350 Satoshis instead of all the way back down at 400 Satoshis. So yeah. Cardano. What's the question about Cardano? I mean, I think Cardano has had quite the pullback. This is where it might be a good time to start thinking about getting back into it. Because, okay, we had resistance right here at this almost 3,000 Satoshi area, 2,000 to 3,000, and we're getting right back down to there. So if we break through there, then the next resistance will be down there. The next support will be down there. But, I mean, look at the pullback. I would bet on this one that the next time we have some type of an altcoin bubble, we'll see some prices in Cardano. Thoughts on EOS? I like that the price of EOS is coming down a bit. The $15 was excessive, so like the 128,000 Satoshis was excessive. Now we're back down to 60,000 Satoshis, so we've had like a 50% pullback, okay? And in terms of price, it was up at $18, now it's down at $5. Yeah, the price is looking a lot better to get in at. I think that this one's going to be I think that this one has the chance to be an Ethereum killer. It's very hush-hush, okay? Very secretive, very quiet. Nobody really knows what's going on, but it is something that I think has the potential to kill Ethereum, to do very well. A-Chain. Yeah, this one, the price just keeps coming down. A-Chain loves fucking, and so yeah, price just keeps coming down. But this one is one that, you know, with all the fucks, you can just keep getting rewarded in free tokens. So it's kind of like that. I think right here, this was a lot of hype that drove the price up, and also the altcoin bubble. But definitely see a pullback from there. 95.82 down to, yeah, wow, quite a significant, like a 75% pullback. So that's pretty good. Is Nano the Litecoin killer? No. No. Icon. I like Icon. I think Icon, I think I was looking at this earlier. Yeah, Icon is a great time to buy in. Like Icon, I really like this one. In my video I made, like, if I was just to buy 5 cryptos and just forget about it, and then wake up in 3 years and be a multi-billionaire, maybe. There would be Bitcoin, Neo, EOS, Lisk, and Icon. Okay? Yeah, I think Icon's great, and I think this price looks absolutely awesome. I mean, it's the lowest it's been since December, and really, that's a steal. Icon, definitely a steal. Will Neo hit $1,000? Absolutely. Guys, I think that Neo will absolutely hit $1,000. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, right now, total market cap is down so low. Like, you got to remember, back in December, it was approaching $1 trillion. Right now, it's at $400 billion. So yeah, Neo has a goal of being the number one cryptocurrency by 2020. Do I think they can accomplish this? Almost definitely. Okay, if not the number one, definitely the number two. Why do I think they can accomplish this? For a number of reasons. Number one, they have strong direction from Da Hongfei. Number two, they have a lot of community support, including City of Zion, all the open source programmers they have working for them. Number three, they have a lot of money. So when Neo did their ICO, they kept 50% of their tokens. So they have a lot of money. They have $5 billion to spend on Neo. That means anytime there's a project that can support Neo, they can fund it. Anytime something works well in the Neo ecosystem, they can fund it. Additionally, I watched, this is a bit like out there, but I was watching this documentary about China. And see, China had a goal of being the number one world economic superpower. All right? And they had that vision and they just crushed it. And now they are. Okay? Neo has the goal of being the number one cryptocurrency, and potentially, like China, because of the Chinese Ethereum, they could crush it. They could go ahead and do it. Now, there was a whole bunch of FUD recently about the DBFT consensus and how it's not secure. I don't exactly know. Like, I'll be honest, a lot of the most technical stuff goes over my head. All right? I'm not gonna dance around it and tell you I understand everything, because I don't. Okay? But I do have confidence that if there were things about that weren't working properly, that the Neo team and also all the people behind City of Zion will be working on that to fix that. So, you know, it's normal for things to fail, to come up against adversity, but it's not that actually defines them. It's how they handle that. And I think that Neo has the team and the direction to be able to, if there are issues, to handle it. GitHub and Cardano. Let's see. I don't know. Was there something specific about the Cardano GitHub? Thoughts on Elastos? I think Elastos is a really good project, long term. Like, they've been around for 18 years. They've been working on this for 18 years. Yeah, I think it's going to do very well. And the price of Elastos has come down quite a bit. I made the video like last week and it was at like $75. It's come down quite a bit. Even in Satoshis, it's come down from like 878,000 down to about 500,000. So yeah, I mean, because it's tough when things are like just out of ICO because you have no idea what the price is going to do. It's only available on Huobi. But guys, this is something that, like, at least from the calculations I did the other day, the buying Elastos at like $70 would have been comparable to buying Neo back when it was $7 as ant shares. So this one has the potential to be pretty darn huge. They're aiming to be like the operating system for the blockchain, and they have a whole bunch of people who have worked. So the main guy from Elastos is the guy who created, I think it was Windows Vista or something like that. But I'll be honest, their website sucks. I said it before, I'll say it again. Their website sucks. Where is it? I know they got the team somewhere around here. Oh well, whatever. Encash, you know what? I got to write that down because Encash is one that I have to do a review of because everybody wants to know about it. And I honestly have not researched this one. So I would not be able to give you a good answer. I can take a look at it right now with you. So obviously we see the price coming down since the end of February when it came out. It's only available on Binance. All right. Now, bridging gaps between what? Offline retailers and customers. All right. Aha. So this Nucleus Vision, right off the bat, this kind of reminds me of Walton Chain and VeChain. So like kind of the tracking things of people, because when I was reviewing those back in the day, they had the same concept of being able to track who was in your store doing what and when. They're backed by Tim Draper. So this is something. All right, this is like an IoT system that, if it is adopted by a large majority of retailers, it's something that could be huge. Because here's the thing: like, people go into a store, they like, for instance, for the one or two ladies watching this live stream, you go into a store, you pick something up off a rack, you look at it, nah, you put it back. You pick something else up, you go try it on, nah, you put it back. Okay? And so you do this, but if you are able to be tracked, which again, for those libertarians out there who don't want to be tracked, who think there's anything like security anymore, any privacy, it doesn't exist. But with something like this, you can be tracked, and then then the retailer knows that you picked up this and this and this. They can send you a coupon in the mail the next day for like 25% off one of those things you picked up. And there's a good chance, or especially like something that you tried on maybe, there's a good chance you might go back and buy it. So this is a way that they can make money. Yeah, so you have these sensors, Nucleus Vision. Launched in 10 stores. All right. So they got some people from Harvard, from Levi's. Advisors. They got Min Kim from Icon. Oh, they got the other Min Kim from B-Token, formerly from Civic. Oh yeah, I think I looked at this one a little bit before. Yeah, so they have good advisors, they have strong team, they have good investors, they have a working prototype. So from a brief review of this thing, and guys, that's how I look at things, so you can know how I look at it. Look at the website, try and figure out what they're doing, see if it's a good blockchain solution, see if they have a good team, good advisors, working prototype. Obviously, read the white paper, because from just looking at this stuff, it doesn't tell you enough. Read the white paper, look at other resources. But yeah, from a brief overview, yes, it looks like this could potentially be a good project. But that's it. I mean, obviously I haven't not spent the amount of time that I usually spend researching something, so that's just a brief. Zilliqa. Let's see what's happening with the market. Oh, prices are going up. Bitcoin prices are going up. Now you can still join Autopilot. So Autopilot is kind of about setting up everything so you can kind of like set it and forget it, getting into Bitcoin, starting to make money from Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies with the least involvement possible. I'm working on a crypto investing course. Also have an ICO course. So for any of that stuff that you want, if you want it, you can go to crypto-love.com/training and you can find it there. But yeah, so we have that stuff. Autopilot is like what I wish I would have known when I got into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It's all the stuff that I had to go out there and find out on my own, and kind of like that plus, I've been investing in traditional markets like stocks, mutual funds, stuff like that since I was 18. So that's been 16 years now, almost half my life. And so, like, the long term investing strategies implemented with cryptocurrencies, because I wholeheartedly believe in cryptocurrencies. I think that they're here to stay. I think that they're going to do well. And if they don't, then you know what? This was fun. Like, I had a lot of fun on YouTube talking with you guys and everything. But there's like one of two options. Either it's going to nothing, and this was just an awesome time that I got to spend with you guys, or cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology are going to be bigger than the internet, are going to be the next big thing, and we're all going to be retardedly wealthy, and people are going to look back and be like, how did you know? And be like, I didn't. I just hoped. So one of those two things will happen. But yeah, that's the stuff that I wish I would have known in the beginning. Let's see. My top crypto YouTube channels. Yeah, you can just see right here. If I go to... Let's see. These are... I'll be honest, I don't get to watch YouTube as much as I used to, just because I'm busy making videos and researching stuff. But these are by far some of my favorites. All right, so in no particular order, but I'll just tell you a little bit about each of them. I think you can see them behind my head. All right, so if you go to my page, you can check out my featured channels. So Data Dash, Nicholas Merton. I mean, he's very young, very humble, very smart. Great investing advice, technical analysis, all that stuff. He has a great concept of what's going on in the market. Carter Thomas with Coin Mastery. I absolutely love just listening to him. I mean, every day he has like a half an hour episode, and he has very good fundamental analysis of what's going on in the market. He does some technical analysis, and apparently everyone always like trolls him about his technical analysis, but he has a very good overview of what's going on. So this is a great thing, and he has a very soothing voice. So this is like something that I like to listen to. Michael from Box Mining, tons of content, a lot of different content. He's been in it for a long time, which I really like. Cam over Crypto Daily. He was actually the inspiration. He's the reason why I got into doing YouTube, because back when there was the Bitcoin Bcash hard fork, I didn't know what to do with my Bitcoin. I started watching YouTube, saw some of his videos. I was like, oh, this is funny. And I just started making videos. But he has absolutely hilarious videos, great editing, everything like that. Lewis Thomas, so he just has very nice overviews, kind of like more of a vlogging way of doing it. So not as much like technical analysis, more vlogging. Ian Bellina, if you live outside the United States and you can participate in ICOs, I would highly recommend watching his channel. He has a lot of good stuff about ICOs, including token metrics, so all about how to use Excel spreadsheets and stuff to help do that. Blockchain Brad, by far the best researcher in the blockchain, period. Okay? If you don't watch his channel, I would say two of my favorites are Blockchain Brad and Chico Crypto, okay? Because Brad is just the most thorough, in-depth researcher. Such a nice guy too, but he interviews the CEOs of like the best cryptocurrencies out there, and so there's that. And then Tyler from Chico Crypto. I love Crypto in a Cold One. I love how like he used to like drink and smoke on his channel back in the day. And if you have not watched his videos recently, check them out, because they have gotten a lot better recently. The editing is awesome. The backgrounds are very cool. He has a clock that always says 420 on it. So all of that stuff. There's a whole bunch of other guys that I watch too. Like the Crypto Lark does great reviews. Amazing reviews. Decentralized TV used to be Bite Size Bitcoin with Peter Saddington. Amazing job. I mean, there's also like Tone Vase, Cliff High, Richard Hart, the like legends in the space. So there's a whole bunch of different ones, but I like I mean, these ones here, these featured channels that I have, these are the guys that I grew up watching. And by grew up watching, I mean over like the past year or whatever. But they're the ones that I went to the most often to watch. There's also Ivan on Tech. So he does very good stuff through there. Crypto Crow, he's blowing up. He's doing some good stuff as well. And he has very good ICO picks on there. Crypto Bobby, David Hay. I mean, really, guys, they're now, okay, so basically, now that BitConnect has exploded and Trevon James and Craig Grant and Crypto Chick and Crypto Nick are out of it, we're left with a bunch of really skilled YouTubers who know what they're talking about and who have, I mean, they have their own presentation style, they have their own personality, and really it's just finding the ones that you click with, that you trust and you like, and then just following them, and that's it. Yeah, I said decentralized TVs and bite-sized Bitcoin. Chris Dunn, he's a legend. He's been around for a while. All right. Yeah, thoughts on credits, 1 million transactions per second. If they can do that, I think that it'll be great. Yeah, Altcoin Buzz, yeah. Buy dip, sell high. Altcoin Buzz is killing it. They've been around for like 4 or 5 months, and they have, I don't know, approaching 200,000 subscribers. They are crushing it. Oh yeah, Superman. Yeah. He is, I met him in person. He is a cool guy. He's funny. Yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of really cool YouTubers out there. It's cool. I like them all. They're like now, back when BitConnect was a thing and there were people promoting BitConnect, it really frustrated me because I knew that those YouTubers were very disingenuous. Like they did not have your best interest in heart. But now that that's gone, I think that pretty much all the YouTubers have your best interest in heart in terms of trying to make you the most money, trying to serve you the best way that they can. And so, yeah, I like all of them. Let's see. How long have I been following Peter Saddington? As long as I've been around. Yeah, like, I forget when I first... But he is... I think it was like right when I first got started because I was looking up dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and I found that article on the bitcoin.pub, and from then on I was just following him. Ontology good, Substratum good. I mean, I think all of these are good projects. Lisk, listen. Okay, so there's basically two different arguments that go on with cryptocurrencies. And this is tough, okay? Because one argument is price, the other is value and actually being a sustainable business. And right now in cryptocurrency, they don't really affect each other. That's what I'm trying to say. They're mutually exclusive, something like that. So basically, okay, for instance, Lisk, great project, great team, growing business, doing very well. Recently, we saw like a 50% price drop. Okay? So it went from 30 down to 15. Now, why is that? This is an important question to ask yourself anytime. This will help train you as to what's going on with cryptocurrencies. Like figure out why whatever happened. So I think Lisk is a great project overall. Like I said, if there were like 5 cryptos that I was to buy and just forget about it for 5 years or 3 years and probably make out very well, Lisk would be one of them. But recently they had a very significant price drop. Now, why is that? Well, back on February 20th, they had their relaunch event. Everybody knew about that relaunch event from probably around October. Somewhere around, even before then. Probably like September-ish. Somewhere between September and November, everybody knew that they were going to be relaunching, rebranding, all of that. So what happened? People started stockpiling it because they knew that when that happens, the price is going to go up. Well, it did go up. It went up to $10 because in November they had what was thought to be the relaunch rebranding. So like everybody was buying in. It went from $2 up to about $6 and then down to about $4 for a while. Okay. They had what was supposed to be the relaunch event, but it was just an announcement about what was to be the relaunch event. So the price went up to $10, back down. They had the event where they said, oh no, we're not relaunching now. We're doing it in February. Okay. So the price dropped. Went from $10 back down to $7. Okay. But then people are like, okay, it's coming up. February, we know the price is coming up. So they started buying. The price went up to $30. February 20th, they had the event. It went well. I mean, I was at the event. I reported on it for you guys. It was an awesome event, and really, their project is just they're at the very. If we look at it, it's at the very beginning. Okay, so they're just setting themselves up to be absolutely enormous. So they had that event, and then everybody who had bought to sell at that event started selling. And so they just had a huge sell-off. Okay, everybody who just bought to make money, they just sold off, and that was that. But this is something where if you believe in the project, yes, it can be a good time to get in. They've had a pullback. Could the price go up? Absolutely. Could it go down? Yeah, it still somewhat could. But here's the thing. They've redone their website. They've rebranded all of that stuff. They've created the academy. So they have a lot more information out there. Do they actually have the software or sidechain development kits out yet to where people can create to where they can create dApps on Lisk? No, they're not out yet. Once they start doing that, it's going to become more profitable. As we've seen with other cryptocurrencies that have decentralized applications on them. So as we've seen with Ethereum, with Neo, with Stellar, when they start to get decentralized applications built on them, price goes up quite a bit. All right, so all of that stuff. Yeah, they call me Dan. I know that Crypto Daily talks about him all the time. What do I really think about VeChain? It is it could be very good. It's done well. I know a lot of people are talking about it as like the top one for 2018. Potentially, they've had a lot of partnerships. Now the price has come down quite a bit. If this is something you believe in, could be a good time to start buying in. Like I made a VeChain video back in October or something. Kind of wish I would have bought. I think it was right after this first little blip. Okay, kind of wish I would have bought some back then, but I didn't. Yeah, the price has gone up quite a bit. Cool. So, I think that's what we're doing. I think that's it for today. That's about an hour. We'll get it to you guys. All in all, guys, Bitcoin is going to do well in the long term. That's my opinion. And even if I'm wrong, okay? Number one, few simple rules about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. One, don't put money into Bitcoin and cryptos that you're not willing to lose. Okay? That way, if it all goes to zero, who cares? Two, don't put money into something you don't understand. So if you don't understand Bitcoin, if you don't understand blockchain, don't put money into it. Figure it out, then put money into it. Three, it's probably going to do well. Okay? Have a long-term vision. Forget the short-term stuff. Like, you can make money in short term. If you really want to make a lot of money in the short term, I'm probably not the person to be watching because I have more of a long-term vision. I think I'm a value investor, dollar cost averaging, all of that stuff. If you want to make instant profits, I honestly don't know. I don't know what coin is going to moon tomorrow. I don't. But I think at least I can pick out good projects that'll do well in the future, and then eventually one of these days they'll moon. So I think there's that stuff. But yeah, cool. If you guys want a t-shirt, you can go to crypto-love.com and let's see. You can go to store. So to go to crypto-love.com and click on store. And then you can get all the t-shirts there. Whole bunch of different t-shirts, sweatshirts, hodl shirts, mugs, stickers, all types of stuff. Yeah, cool. So I appreciate all of you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. I miss live streaming. I got to do this more often. I've been traveling a whole bunch and not been able to do enough live streams for you guys. So when the traveling is less, then we'll meet. And if you guys want to meet up, we'll meet up somewhere. Here's where I'm going. Actually, today, in a couple hours, I'm leaving on the Crypto Love cruise. So we've got that coming up. Going to the Bahamas. All right. Then, the end of this month, March 23rd, 24th, something like that, I'm going to be at NAC3 in Los Angeles with David Hay, Crypto Bobby, who else? Crypto Bud. So yeah, I'll be there with them. If you're in the LA area, come to NAC3. I'll show you what it looks like. NAC3, I think it's .io. And yeah, so that's it. You can come to LA. You can hang out with us there. I'll be talking. See? Boom. That's me. David Hay, Crypto Bobby, Cryptonauts, everyone there. All right? So you can come hang out with me there. And cool. Thank you guys for watching. It was a good one. And then peace out. Bye.